Hello witches, and welcome back for part 2 of the energy ball exercise. If you haven't seen my last video on energy sensing, go watch that first because it contains part 1 of the energy ball exercise. And this video will make a lot more sense if you watch that first. So let's get into it. Okay, so last time I was talking about sensing energy and how to form an energy ball. Now we're going to talk about how to send energy balls to other people. I'm going to teach you how to generate an energy ball and modify the energy according to what you wish to send to someone, and then how to actually send it. Energy balls are a simple but effective way to create and send positive energy towards someone. You could even send it to yourself once you master this technique if you really want. For this, you use your own energy to form the ball, just like in the last video, but then you add your intention to create the purpose of the energy ball. When the ball has been created and energized, you then disconnect from it so that it basically becomes its own entity. Energy transcends time and space and never disappears, but instead changes forms. This is how you're able to do this. If you haven't already gotten good at the first part of this exercise in the last video, then you probably aren't ready for this next part and should probably keep practicing before continuing on. If you want to keep practicing to learn how to do this though, that's fine. Before you begin, it's best to cleanse and ground yourself to help protect yourself before you begin. I have another video on grounding if you want to check that out. When you're ready and in a place with no distractions or interruptions, get into a comfortable position. Like before, create the energy ball in your core and bring it into your hand. Then, with your palms together, slightly cupped, like this, a couple inches apart, focus on forming the energy ball between them. Move your hands farther and farther apart, and as you do, visualize the energy ball growing larger and stronger. If you are able to, you could go maybe 8 to 10 inches apart, but if that's too far, just do what you can. Now, while still holding on to the energy ball between your hands, visualize a bright, shining light surrounding you. The color of the light will depend on what your objective is. This is where color correspondences come into play. Personally, I'm a big proponent of creating your own custom correspondences, especially for the easier things like color, because those will always work better for you than just using someone else's correspondences that they came up with. So, for this, white light is usually seen to be general purpose. Then I'd personally use like pink for love and healing, green for prosperity, abundance, money, maybe red for protection and sexual energy, passion, etc. Whatever you feel is the best color to use for whatever your intention is, use that one. Whatever feels right to you is what you should use. However, saying that, I wouldn't really use colors like black, brown, gray, colors like that are a little bit more kind of murky-ish, because personally, to me, those kind of colors don't seem to have a super positive energy in this sense, and that's what we're wanting to achieve here is positive results. Next, start to inhale and absorb this colored light that surrounds you and let it fill your entire body with its power and positive energy. When you feel you have absorbed enough energy, direct the light and its energy into your energy ball between your hands. You can do this by taking a deep breath and exhaling the energy into the ball, just pushing the energy out from your hands, or whichever method you feel works best. You may see the ball grow in brightness and power and hear a static crackle or a buzz or something as the energy ball absorbs the light, but you may not, and that's fine. The ball should, however, change colors to match the intention and the light that you are visualizing surrounding you. You should instinctively feel when the time is right to send the energy ball, when it's totally full and ready to go. It's kind of hard to explain, but to me, it ends up feeling very full and powerful, and almost like the feeling of a dog tugging at a leash, wanting to run away. I hope that makes sense. That's really the best description I can come up with. So before sending it, clearly state who the ball is for, why you're sending it, and what it will achieve, what its purpose is. Open your hands and disconnect your personal energy from the ball. There are several methods you can use to then send the energy ball. Some will blow on it to send it on its way. Some will just kind of use your own energy to kind of push it. And others will trust it to a guide, ancestor, or deity. Whichever method you choose will depend on what you believe will work best. Once your energy ball has been sent on its way, it's important to take some time to recharge yourself, both mentally and physically, by whichever method you feel most comfortable with. I would suggest grounding and maybe relaxing and getting a snack, something to eat and drink. If you aren't grounding properly, this exercise will be very exhausting and draining. If it's the first time you're trying something like this, you might feel fatigued regardless. Like I said, before you attempt this, you need to understand and be able to perform the first part of this exercise that was in the first energy sensing video. I hope you found this helpful and learned something. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, and you can hit the bell icon to be notified anytime I post new videos. I hope to see you again next time. Bye, witches!